Saturday Showdown. Shomek versus Chabi.
Throws you away from it and keeps your ult for himself.
Yeah, he really does.
That's a bit sad. Rakan going to be locked in here for Lehens, largely picked for the team fight. You could assume.
I mean, Rakan is really good into Braum because of the fact that it's very hard to stack up your passive with how mobile he is. You can kind of go in, get out before anything happens. I feel like Liv Sandbox probably should have picked up the Rakan.
Here coming out from them, the classic Genji special from back in the day with the Renekton, Azir, and the Jinx. We'll see how it is going to go as we hop onto the rip for game one. Plan for the Super Mega Death Rocket.
Lines up.
As Keen underneath the turret, Bertle not really having too much of it.
That was an ambitious Q as well.
Distortion on cooldown. Cuz moving up here towards this top side, and let's see whether Bertle is going to be okay. Closer trying to answer as well, as they do manage to get the stun down. There's the Heartbreaker, and that's a very dead on, man. Yeah, just didn't seem to have very many options at all, and used his flash.
They won't really get anything in the bot lane.
Ox, is this
So getting on the objective.
We're teleporting in. Yeah, Keen wants to make something of this fight. Down below half is the Dragon, and KT are looking to try and pick up the Drake aggro. They're going to say thanks for the leash on that one, as Bertle just getting on in there, but that is a very dead Kindred. She couldn't do anything. Lamp's Respite was down. Triple knock up there for the Braum, but nothing really going to happen, and sweeps up the Ornn. Does BDD. Kate really does depend. Shirley, going to be taken down here. Second Rift Herald. First went towards that top side, because we'll have access to the next one as well, as Liv Sandbox dealing with all of these.
This might be the moment.
Yeah. Kyle puts up the door. Don't know whether it's necessarily going to be enough there, as Lehens just happily tanks a Winter's Bite. And Elderwood Braum just placing a rock wrapped in a branch. So was being patient, but sees that there's minions to take down. He is going to do that, is aiming. Okay, not going to get caught out, but Lehens not going to be so lucky. And BDD with teleport available. Teleports come forward here from Keen as well, as Cuz. He's in the mid lane. This Baron's down to 50% as Keen looking for closer. He's going to have to get out of there. Does so at least. There's now Cuz and BDD in the area. Moonlight Vigil, I believe, flying forward there. Lands onto BDD, as we can see, aiming. Misses the Super Mega Death Rocket as Keen has to go golden. Teddy's tanking the Baron by himself, though. And it's starting to go a little bit haywire here. But Keen in a bit of trouble. Oh, the Emperor's Divide lands onto 3. And BDD's taking matters into his own hands. Lamb's Respite. It comes down, but there is the heal. Now Willa, can you get it done as he goes down solo, because he gets into his mist. He's now a Braum of all champions as he flashes forward and doesn't quite find it. Lehens is going down extraordinarily quickly. Cuz now trying to get towards it, but this Baron is just done. It's gone, and Willa is going to lock it down. Super Mega Death Rocket is extraordinarily late. KT just caught napping. Yeah. LeBlanc in position right now, as now the Ornhorn has been called. There's the flash forward from Bertle, but there's no follow-up. As Keen going down very, very low. He does have GA completed. The flash from Lance is going to catch him on the back end. My God, the reaction time from this Rakan is absurd.
Starting to move in. No Ornhorn available. Limit seeing gate.
Oh, in goes Teddy. He's like, all right, well, I'm going to take this into my own hands. As in goes BDD. He finds everyone. Lamps Respite, and BDD is going to use that in order to get himself out of here. And Teddy will go down aiming. He's now going to get excited. And how did it go from Baron being taken to KT being in a winning position, is now aiming, splashing around, but it looks like Bertle going to be able to find him there. Gets the turnaround, and now it's on Keen to be able to find this moment. The slice, the dice, but they're just keeping him at arm's length. The dance of these arrows coming through from Willa is beautiful. And Keen, he doesn't have teleport, doesn't have flash, not going to be able to get on top of Willa here, and is now looking to try and escape from the situation.
Oh, TP from LeBlanc coming in.
Yeah, and Keen realizes that he's going to have to go a different direction. There's the Winter's Bite. Keen now just going to dive forward. That is the Gore Drinker, and in the end, it's Lehens getting the wraparound and will be able to stay out of vision of this control ward, aiming. Walks towards it. They spot out exactly what's going on, as the Dragon is going to be taken here by Liv Sandbox. Willa now inside the pit. The Grand Entrance going to be there waiting for him, as Cuz over the wall. They get the Lamps Respite so incredibly early, as Closer just dives into the open maw of a crocodile. It's not exactly optimal, but it is still going to buy them some space and some time, as Liv Sandbox just trying to get out of here. They will be able to do so, as the Baron has been started once again. Yeah. Closer taking a bit of damage from aiming, though, as you can see. These rockets are going to be frightening, and now the Ornhorn going to come through. Bertel finding a couple with it, but not exactly the highest of value, and he's going to headbutt a little bit early there as well, and he's going to go down. Super Mega Death Rocket will do it. Now aiming, he'll get excited, and Bertel, no! Oh, it's a bit of a disastrous cuz. I don't know about that one, but he's going to dive forward as Lahens has the quickness, gets on top of Teddy as Willa puts down the Lamb's Respite. Teddy gets exhausted there as well as the heal comes through. It's another kill here for aiming as Closer will be taken down. It's a triple for the Jinx, and Teddy, he can't do it without his team in the area, and I have a feeling that this is KT taking game one.
Yeah, they'll have to be a bit cautious approaching Teddy, but they don't even need to deal with him right now. 4 members still alive. They have a minion wave to push in. Keen's going for it.
Yeah, does have the Gale Force. Now had to use it, though. As Keen, let's see what he can do to try and get Teddy out of this area. The GA is going to be there, so they're not going to be diving a fountain to kill Teddy anytime soon.
10 seconds on Bertel. Hell, he needs to try and hold the wave.
Yeah, I don't know whether he's going to be able to do so, though, because he's down to the GA already. Aiming gets excited by killing these turrets, and Teddy will be taken out. That is going to be another kill here for this Jinx as the Nexus goes down. KT narrowly managed to take game number 1 over Live Sandbox.
Yes.
It wasn't smooth sailing. That is not that linear gold graph that you are very happy about.
As possible.
Also pick it away from Zeri, which I think is kind of important. Lahens just says, no, I'm Big Daddy. This time around, as the Nautilus is going to be locked in. Hopefully, he goes for the Chandelure skin, my personal favorite. And Zeri Nautilus, oldie but a goodie. We'll see how aiming's going to be able to do this, because the composition is going to work quite differently now, given the fact that they have such a short-range AD carry instead of the very long-range one. So a lot of this is going to be about BDD, and can he cause the ruckus? No, exactly, or lack thereof, which is probably both of our case. I blame it on being left-handed, but I don't know whether that is exactly correct. It is time now to head onto the Rift for game number 2. And, you know, Sunday, definitely a day where the fans do tend to come out in droves. So now we know exactly what to do as Viego's making his way down. Kha'Zix somewhat in the area as Kyle going to get pulled back. A little bit of a spectator bug there, but Kyle is still dead. The Viego locks down first blood. Cuz getting to work early this game.
Really struggling, obviously.
Okay, the Ram comes through. Cuz is going to put down the Rift Herald, and now Bertel in a bit of trouble because Lahens is in position as well. Knockup does a bit of work there onto Cuz, who's now going to tank up this turret. That is a kill for the Zeri. And now Willa going to dive on top of BDD. Oh, the shifting sands is so good as Willa will survive for a long time, but is going to be taken out in the end. A double kill once again for BDD. And this is why we see the bans on the Azir, ladies and gentlemen. He too good. Oh dear, okay. Willa may die here as, yeah, the ulti is going to come through, and that is a dead bug, kind of squished by aiming. 2-0-1. Oh, the certification squad going to need to come out here. I'm a little bit disappointed because we got immediately, after talking about it, we got the Shiv LeBlanc. And it's just really not, like, it's been cool. Okay, aiming's going to press his ultimate button. That is going to guarantee the turret, I guess. As Hook will connect there onto Teddy. Keen dives on top of him. They do get some knockups here as in goes Cuz. Looks for that backline as Bertel gets a knockup onto the Cuz. But oh dear, there goes the Ornn aiming. Augments his already couple of kills with a third.
Oh, yeah.
And how many times did he flash in front of the Ornn this game?
Because look,
0.
we have a long season. Teams will get wins. But sometimes learning is a more important victory.
Well, Willa is on his way up. Kyle's going to be here as well as Closer may just die before that. Emperor's Divide is going to get a bit of damage as BDD secures the first kill, but there goes the perfect game. Lahens wants to get some revenge though, and aiming is here as well. Yeah, that is, there's not a lot of places for Willa to go there. Oh my goodness, the Lulu is eaten by a crocodile. Front door of Live Sandbox. And Closer fighting BDD. The crown is going to get popped here, and now BDD with a slightly upgraded build as Emperor's Divide's going to come through. You're not going to catch him out of position, although Willa's going to be able to get a bit of damage. There we go. Isolates is going to be able to do so here. Lands it onto Bertel one more time. Is now aiming, just cutting down this Ornn. The flash forward from Cuz, but he does get polymorphed. Aiming just blows him up. Presses the R button, and now Keen in the face of the jungler and the mid laner just seems unperturbed. He wants minions first, and then he might deal with you two. But the rest of KT are barreling down this bottom lane. They'll take out the turret, they'll take out the inhibitor, and Keen just on his lonesome. Crocodiles like to hunt alone. At least I'm pretty sure they do. And he's going to now group up with the rest of his team, so maybe I was wrong, as it's another decent polymorph there from Kyle, but none of it's really going to matter. Close is going to be flashing. Keen flashes forward. Oh my goodness, where did that Aphelios go? Keen goes golden, and now Cuz is the Aphelios. It's a double kill. He gets polymorph one more time. He's trying to get out of here, but oh, Closer just doesn't have the damage. Emperor's Divide, he sweeps him up, and it's an execute. Oh dear, KT, they will say goodnight to Live Sandbox, and honestly, it's a clean 2-0. There's nothing to see here. And we got happy BDD here today.
And you know, I think it's just going to be rough as well, because you have so many picks that you want to try and ban away that are just super strong.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the POG Interview translation. We're here joined by Lihans and Keen on the side of KT Roaster. Congratulations, guys. KT, finally starting off a winning streak here in the LCK summer. How do you feel? A quick day, feels amazing. I think it was a very comfortable series for us, so I'm happy with the result. Yeah, it feels great to pick up a 2-0 win. Feels amazing, but Kian, he was super fed in game number 1, but he didn't carry the game, so I want to say thank you, Kian, obviously. So Lians got picked up, you know, around the barrel, so that was a huge accident, but the rest of the KT players were able to carry him and win the game. You're having some banter already here at the POG interview. Keen, you are playing up against Teddy, your teammate from Kwangdong Freaks last year. What were you expecting the most going up against Teddy? I mean, he's a gifted player and he's so experienced. So I was pretty sure he will never get nervous before the game started. But it feels amazing to have such an easy win up against him. And Kian. So Xante was ignored today. And KT was actually focusing on Renekton. Why was that? Well, this is our secret, so I can let it out. But Renekton, to put it simply, he's having a great win rate, so we prefer Renekton right now. And we had back-to-back Renekton Ornn matchup, and sometimes we were able to see Ornn actually winning lane up against Renekton, but today you are just having a lane kingdom. What were your thoughts on this matchup? So Renekton is like a bruiser, you know, but Ornn is more of a pure tank. So they play a bit of a different role, but I was able to get ahead early. So I was able to play around the lead I had in the laning phase. Yeah, and the opponent top laner was not able to kind of reverse the outcome of the laning phase at all. And Lihans, your Nautilus was also doing a great job starting from the laning phase. And any thoughts on Zeri Nautilus comp? Zero synergy, I should say. No synergy between Zeri and Nautilus? That is correct. And we had Static Shiv LeBlanc for 2 games in a row today. You know, we saw that in the LEC by Humanoid as well. And I guess you guys kind of expected to see that pick, right? Not exactly LeBlanc, but if LeBlanc gets picked, we were expecting some Shiv build. Then what was your plan going up against that new item build? I mean, BDD, he's so good. You know, I was not worried about him at all, about what's happening on the mid lane. I was just like, let's go BDD. KT Roaster is now speeding so fast. Prior to today's series, KT was on top of all of the time kind of related stats in the LCK summer. And game 2 was also only took 23 minutes. Any tips to end the game so fast and snowball so fast? I guess, yeah, our snowballing is pretty good. You know, we're really good at it. As long as we don't lose early, everything would be fine. Lins, what's your thought on the KT speed? So I think we wanted to be proactive when we have to leave, and we want to take the risk. So being proactive and taking the risks are the key. I mean, KT, just like we saw earlier, you guys are having a great synergy and teamwork, especially the top side of the map looks super solid. Then what is the key to having such a strong top side of the map? I mean, I can't say we have a great synergy because it's all about the work, we are just work related, co-workers, not friends actually, so we don't have any synergy at all. Well, if Keen wants to say so, I guess we are, but I think Keen is my family, so I'm a little bit hurt, but what can you do about it? Next week, we have some big matches ahead of KT Roaster. You guys are going up against T+ Kia and then T1. We are on a winning streak right now, so I want to keep this momentum, push this forward, and we will do our best in the upcoming matches as well. And Lehan's, just like today, I hope we can showcase a very good performance. Well, our spring run was not ideal, but I wish we can end higher and reach higher this summer. And this will be the end of the interview from KT Roaster, and back to the space. Thank you.